that make it exclusive. This for members only, you're probably not included. First watch finest, I only hang with shooters. If I pop out with this cannon, then we gon' make a movie. Yeah. I come through a gang on them and bang on them. Hanging out the window and put that flame on them. Anybody get these bullets ain't got names on them. Would you like to subscribe, then hit the play button? Yeah.
We affiliate that sound with the gun, so that would make the average viewer perceive that I am talking about a gun. When
So it wasn't. So correct me if I'm wrong. You are absolutely right. No gun makes that sound. But it was the hand gesture with the trigger finger.
no, my finger was itching, so I just had to.
Oh!
Yeah, that was how I was scratching it. You know, I had to.
Damn, man,
I got a little
everything.
arthritis too, so you know I had to like squeeze them at the end because it's kind of getting stuck.
I got you, man. We often make mistakes, man.
time.
I'm a grown man, and I will apologize,
all the time.
Man.
But you know, but Bam Bam hits you know the actual rock with the stick, so you know it's like it's not a gun bar, but to the flies, it is a gun bar.
That's so I'm a fly now.
You most definitely got stuck in the trap. But there's nothing wrong with being a fly, though. You know, you live a very dope 2 days. You know, very dope 2 days of life.
On top of the world,
flying around, flying fast. You know, just you fire. But nah. So what I want to do is I just want to talk about like level 2 of battle rap. And I've been in this culture from the beginning. You know, a lot of niggas don't know. And shouts out to Loaded Lux Man. Y'all gonna see this in the little documentary that we building. But Loaded Lux Man actually brought up a time that I tried, like, well, not me, but my big dog that was behind me. My big dog was trying to get me to battle Lux back in 2004 for 10 bands. It was supposed to be me versus Lux in 2004 for 10 bands. My people reached out to his people on MySpace. So the nigga brought that up. But anyway, make a long story short, I've been in this shit for a very long time, and I've watched a lot of this shit change. I've watched styles change. I've watched skill sets change, and I've watched battle rap grow. I watched it grow from mixtape verses to directional punchlines to haymakers to performance to whatever. I watched it all the way grow. So what I've been looking at for the past maybe 4 to 5 years, battle rap has been stagnant to me. I don't think nobody is trying to push the envelope in what is the next style of battle rap. And I say that, when I was coming up, we were all trying to create new things, we heard Cassidy with the punches, and then we were in the lab like, yo, how can we make a new style? How can we make a new punch? How can we make a new something that nobody's doing? How could we take this, what we got, and take it to the next level? I feel like right now, no one's doing that. Everybody's doing what works. Shout out to Sheed. He's most definitely way different than the general consumers. And I think that's why you stand out the way you do stand out. I'm going to give you your flowers off the gate. But you 1 in a million right now. It's just you.
Can I comment on the upbringing of that? I think, and I know you well in tune to this shit. Back in the, I'm not no young nigga. So, like, back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Niggas was rappers first. It's actually niggas right now who have no desire of making music. They learned how to rap through battle rap. Yeah. And that's scary.
That's an ultra fact.
That's scary.
That's an ultra
fact.
Fact.
It's like, yo, you learned the elements and the breakdowns of your rhyming and your syllables through battle rap. So if you came up on a nigga saying gun so big, your shit is going to sound like gun so big every single time. You're not going to have different cadences or different patterns or like what's your influences? Is Lil Durk. Like, damn. Like where's the real MCs? Where's the word shop? Where's
These masterpieces follow your belief. Maybe your time to live will be increased. I keep going harder on these craps. I know these.
Man, shut the fuck up.
Yo, what just happened?
Hey, yo, man, look, man, like this. What? Look, man, see. What you want? Them niggas or mumble rap niggas? It's a double-edged sword. Pick your poison. What you
Who's
want?
in the category of mumble rap today?
Man, what you want? Astronomical, comical, romicals, or you want them niggas? What you want?
What is it? It's labeled as spiritual lyrical
Yeah.
miracle. That's what
Hey,
it is.
I ain't
That's
gonna,
what.
I ain't gonna front like, and going back to what she said, you're right. Like influences. A lot of niggas right now today, they don't have no desire to do music at all. They came in battle rap through battle rap. You absolutely right. Uh,
The
but like,
prize is wilding out. The prize is wilding out. It's
yeah,
like,
you're
yo,
right.
what you gonna spin on from? I'm trying to get the wilding out for real.
Yeah,
It's
man,
like,
that's
damn,
no,
bro.
that's madness. No, and then just to chime in on what dude said, what is considered a mumble rapper. I'm gonna be honest, and this gonna be a hard pill to swallow, but a lot of your favorite hip hop niggas is mumble rappers too. Like when you really go back and listen to what niggas was saying when we was younger, niggas wasn't saying nothing,
Yeah,
like absolutely nothing.
big fan of Bone Thugs and Harmony. Big
Like
fan.
like a lot of people wasn't saying
Mumble.
nothing, and I say this, and these are my legends. Don't get me wrong. Don't nobody take this as disrespect in no way, shape, or form. But there was a time in my life where I was a general rapper fan, and when you're a general rapper fan, like you get caught in nostalgic, your favorite artists, and everything flies. But when you get to a point of understanding and you get to a point of like upper echelon thinking, you go back and listen. And I want to go back to one specific verse from one of my hip hop OGs and peers that I've looked up to in my career and based a lot of my wild side off, which is Busta Rhymes. And there's one specific verse from Busta Rhymes where when I first heard the verse, I was like, he the best rapper ever. And then as I got older and I went back and I listened to it, I said, oh, he got me. And it was the Busta Rhymes and Chris Brown record when he was like, because I get it and I got to get it when I really got to get it, because I got to get it when I really going to get it, got to get it when I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
he
was
never
direction
he
mixed
was
with a
never saying
syllable at
shit.
the end. Every
Yeah,
time I gotta go and then I gotta get it, then I gotta flow and then I gotta rip it, then I gotta it was a verb with the syllable at the end.
yo, I ain't going to front. Like when I first heard that, I'm like, yo, he the master. But then like when I went back and I'm like, hey, yo, he got me. He got me. But that has happened throughout hip hop a lot. A lot of people really wasn't saying nothing, even though we considered them as lyricists. A lot of people wasn't saying nothing. Now, in regards to the mumble rap niggas, right? Like, I ain't gonna lie, like I couldn't understand Young Thug at first because of all the influctuations and all the just wild shit. But when I actually went in like Google search the lyrics, I said, wait, this nigga might be saying more than the typical rap nigga. It's just the sound or the pronunciation of the words that we not fond to or we might not like because the nigga might have auto tune on it or whatnot, yada yada yada. But when you go down to the basic structure, I mean the basic level of the actual words that's being used, it's all the same. From the mumble rappers to the non-mumble rappers, it's the same context. Girls, cars, clothes, drugs, killing. It's the same context. So I don't think we should ever really have that full debate on who's better or who's not better via mumble rapper or quote unquote lyricist. It's all the same. Now, there's another level of lyricists that don't fit in the typical category. Like the nigga that just came in there rapping, bro. You just came in there saying all type of astronomical comicals. Like that don't make you dope. That don't make you better than the mumble rapper because you can use multi-syllable words that rhyme. I think there's an upper echelon of niggas that I consider like not just lyricists, but people that actually convey a full message via Black Thought, via Absol, via Common, Nas,
Black Thought.
Jay, Lupe, Kendrick, Absol. Like it's a few niggas that are also lyrical, but they also convey a complete different message. And I feel like when you using your mind and skill and lyricist to the level to convey those messages and also like put the listener minds in a perspective of like where they could grow physically, mentally, or whatever the case may be. I think that's another echelon of lyricism for me. Wait.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yo, what was his name? The man. What is that your shit, right? Oh, the Mansa. The Mansa. Go ahead. I seen you had your hand up, big dog.
All right, so just like when you're writing stuff like that, what's your motivation? Since you said like the guy said earlier, there aren't many references to make someone evolve. Like the DJ Clark Kent interview, Bruh said Biggie's bars changed after he met Hov. So like, who do you spar with? I mean, I know it's mad people in your mental, but like, who who do you like? I guess like who do you grade your pen by? Like, who do you spar with in general?
Me in general, I don't really spar with nobody. I've ran into a lot of issues via battle rap and the music industry, and I think just based off the things that I've done in my life outside of rap, the places I've been, the things that I've studied, the meditational things that I've went down. A lot of niggas don't like sparring with me, bro. I'm just a lot of niggas don't like sparring. I'm just keeping it all the way real, and this goes to some of your favorite niggas in the whole hip hop space. You know, I didn't been on the phone with a few niggas and been 12 bars in, and the nigga hang up and text me like, man, don't ever call me no shit like that again. Like, so it's happened. But one thing I do now is my sparring partner is normally the old me. So like right now I spar with the TAYROC DAYLYT. Like, you know, in my mind I'm like, all right, I gotta keep that setup on the right side of my mind, and then I gotta get better than that side. So I'm normally spar with the last me. And if you notice, like throughout my whole career via battle rap specifically, I've never tried to be the same DAYLYT. Like, you know, and I say this all the time, like you can go to all my biggest battles from DAYLYT to Clips, to DAYLYT the Verb, to DAYLYT the Chilla, to DAYLYT the Rich, to Lada Zay, to whoever, and it's a different me every time. So I'm always trying to beat the last me. So I think my sparring partner right now at this point is myself.
So when you say you meditate, what are you doing? That's like what type of meditation?
Um, so I walk you through a path, and I hope everybody listens to this. If you can take notes, this is very valuable. Um, so I started off with just simple like breathing techniques. A lot of niggas don't take time to let their mind clear. We too busy scrolling up and down our phone. We too busy looking out the window. We too busy on the block determining if niggas gonna drive by. It'd be a lot of things going on, so where you don't never really fully let your brain breathe. So I started to take the time to just sit there, kind of like, you know, close my eyes and take deep breaths, slow deep breath, 10-second count, whatever, deep breath. So I started doing that like 15 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day. From those, I started to do weekend meditations. I started to like up the ante in the meditation. So weekend meditation, I find a park, somewhere secluded from everybody else. You know, I take my little blanket or whatnot or whatever, via pillow, whatever. You know, I sit down on that motherfucker and kind of like not necessarily let my eyes close, but you know how like you look forward, but you're not really looking forward, but you're looking for kind of like a daydream, kind of go into the daydream shape and just kind of like just sit there and let my mind wander. From letting my mind wander on that aspect, I started to get into another step. And if y'all can, this is what I want y'all to write down. It's called sensory deprivation. And I don't know if y'all are familiar with this term. If you're not, write it down. Sensory deprivation. Sensory deprivation. If you can find the sensory deprivation center anywhere in your area, make sure you go get it. It's one of the craziest things ever. It will open your mind up at a level of DMT, like all type of whatever shit. It's damn near like going on the acid trip without taking acid. And it kind of, so if you can find a sensory deprivation center in your neighborhood, in your city or whatever, and go get to that motherfucker ASAP. Once I started doing sensory deprivation, it kind of gave me a full grasp on what the human mind is capable of and the levels that the human mind could go to via, like, we don't even understand that our brain can create like virtual realities by itself, like right in front of us. So I recommend that everybody get into sensory deprivation. After I did that, maybe about 20, 30 times, I was kind of able to just do it without going to the centers. I can just do it at the snap of my fingers. From then, I then went to Tibet. I took a flight to Tibet. I was out there for 46 days. I did a 15-day meditation with fasting too for 15 days. So it's called like kind of like tapping into something called the light body or the rainbow body. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that. If you can get into it, like rainbow body meditation, light body meditation. But yeah, I did that. It was a 15-day fast. What is it? 29 day of just non-moving in one spot. 29 days in one spot. That was the end of how I perceived reality. I seen what was capable with the human mind, what was capable with the human body. You get so tapped in from that type of meditation that you can actually read code on your own DNA. You can actually fast forward, stop, rewind. It's a whole. You become a superhuman after that. And this is kind of what like all the Shaolin monk niggas do, and you get into chi energy and all this other stuff. But that's some whole supernatural shit. But once you work your way up the meditational field, you'll get there. So if anybody wasn't into meditation, I recommend you get into it ASAP. Get completely tapped in with yourself. And that's why I tell y'all, like, where I'm at right now, I don't have to write for battles ever. I don't have to write nothing. I could show up to a battle with absolutely nothing. I could blink my eyes and have 3 rounds done. I don't have to write anything. I do it on my YouTube live every day. I come up with whole rounds literally off the snap of a finger. So in that aspect, get deep into meditation. Anybody else had a question in regards to that?
Did you have any battles before or after or in between while you was doing that?
Yeah, I've been doing that shit for like the past like 6, 7 years now, 8 years now. Like people don't understand this. I told the world, like, I wrote my rounds for TAYROC in 2 days. All that was like just 2 days worth of material. And
That's
then
crazy.
and then majority of it I wrote it like the date, like, so I think like the whole second, that was like the day of, like the morning of, and then the rest of the stuff was like the day before. But I had complete other stuff because we were supposed to battle on the big stage. So I had complete other material. So I had to craft all that within like a day or two.
So there's a whole 3 rounds for TAYROC for a big stage somewhere?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna spit some whole other shit on the big stage. But yeah, so like I said, like I've done it throughout many battles. Like, let's say like the DAYLYT and Charlie Clips. Like, I didn't write none of that keep it going shit. That was all off the top, all of it. And